This is Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, live in the RHR studio. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning from the RHR studio. This is Ray W2RE. Hope everybody's doing well. We had a little rain here last night. Temperatures in the high 30s at the moment. And we're just going to get on here and play a little radio. What else can we do? Not much else we can do. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get pretty bored being indoors all day. Trying to find things to do. I'm actually becoming lazy. That's one thing I'm not, is lazy, and I'm becoming lazy. I don't even want to shave. I don't want to do anything. I'm not going out in public, so nobody's seeing me except for my audience here. The only way I'm communicating with people is on the radio. And my family that's in the house here. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me get my chat window open here. I always forget to do that. The most important thing about the show is the chat, and I forget to open it up. So we're going to work some DX here this morning. Just want to touch base on a couple things. Everybody knows about the WPX score we put in. It was announced multiple locations yesterday on QRZ page and also contest update. It's good to see the team getting a little notoriety there. Besides N6RO, WW2DX was the only multi on during WPX, and both of those operations were remote. If anything, the remote technology saved the day for WPX for the multi-op. It was great to see. And, of course, the software we have. Everybody's talking about the software. How great it is to have a built-in logger in the web page in the cloud. And that's only going to get better. So I spoke to my friend Crossy K1 Lima Zulu last night. Most of you know who Crossy is. He's my partner on the Jonesport build. And he's been operating for, 40 years? I don't know how long Crossy's been been a ham, but I know he started off as a ham in Bulgaria. Now lives here in the United States. I don't remember his Bulgarian call, but here in the United States, it's Kilo 1 Lima Zulu. He told me yesterday, and this is all you have to need to know. This is a guy that's been operating for almost 40 years. He said, who needs this anymore? He goes, why would I want to turn on my K30? He also said, why would I want to turn on my Maestro? And I said to him, I haven't turned on a K30 and a Maestro in almost 6 months. I said, I'd rather operate from this glass cockpit that we have in front of us here. And during the contest, it was a little bit more sophisticated than what you see here. Let me actually bring up a screenshot of it. Here's the screenshot of how we operated that multi. So anyway, Crossy said to me, I don't want to operate with those radios anymore. I just want to operate here from the web browser. I said, join the club. Join the club. He goes, well, we got to get more features in for the logger, the contest logger. I said, coming. The contest logger in the web, in the cloud for multi operations, is going to be a game changer. And Crossy is on board. Guy's been doing it for 40 plus years, I'm guessing. Maybe longer. I know he's been a ham for a long time. I know he was a kid when he got his ham license. And he's in his early 60s. So this is all good stuff. You know, even the old guys can learn new tricks. So we're very happy about that Crossy is on board of contesting this way because I would never want to be able to try to do a multi with any other logging software and trying to get all the logs merged together. It'd be impossible to do. This way, the loggers in one central point, we all log in. We never have to worry about somebody getting dumped, somebody losing their log. It's beautiful. Doing it this way is the way to go in the future. Again, I'll bring that screenshot back up again. This is the way we contested with the multi. I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but this is how we did it. Got all the features right in here, like a typical contest logger. The only thing that we didn't really have implemented that would have been nice, but I don't think it made any difference because in WPX, you're just running anyway. It's a run contest, but it would have been nice to have a little more features for chasing molts. But that's coming. How much can you? I mean, listen. This was built in a week. So it was great. It was great to hear that comment from Crossy yesterday. And we're thinking about maybe doing it in other places as well. And of course, I got multiple emails yesterday from people around the world thanking us in our 32 million point effort. And a few said, hey, how can I get my hands on the software? I don't know what we're going to do with this software. I don't know if we're going to open it up to the public or not. We've spent almost 8 years developing this software to the point where it's just, I shake my head at it. And I'm part of it. You know, being able to operate remote from a web page or an app or from your iPhone, and then have a fully built-in logger that you can operate a multi in. It's just, I just shake my head. So I just wanted to touch base on that, and a big shout out to the people who, especially Contest Update. I forget his call sign. Thanks for publishing that. Really appreciate it. And for QRZ.com for republishing it. So that's great. Now we're going to get on the air here and work some DX. If you notice, the SFI's up. I mean, not the SFI, the sunspot numbers are up, 613. I don't know what this is going to mean this morning. Maybe the bands will be alive. Maybe the bands won't. Listen, I can never figure these numbers out. I know when the K is 3 or 4. That's when things are really bad. The A, as long as it's under 20, we're usually okay here. The K index at 2, it's not going to affect us in Maine. The SFI, boy, I would love to see that number near 100. But who knows how long before we get there. And the sunspot number up here, where I'm circling with my mouse, is at 13. I'll turn up the volume and see if we can work some DX. Of course, I'm going to have to find a frequency. So before I do that, let me just say hello to everybody that's in here in chat. Good morning, Sven. Good morning, Lee Davis. Hey, YL. Oh, boy, the elk up there in Finland. Maybe we'll work you, Reza. By the way, if you really want to see an awesome stream, let me see if I can bring up YL Reza here on my page here. Let's see. Right here. Here you go. Razor, I'm going to give you a plug here. So, look up YL Raisa, Raisa. She has a YouTube channel. And she does really cool stuff. And she has a big following. And she goes live too. She does live presentation too. Maybe me and her should team up. Imagine that. This YL, beautiful YL, and W2RE teaming up, doing a YouTube thing together, live. Well, anyway, take a look at YL Raisa. She's in here in chat. She just said good morning with a big heart. Well, I got a big heart back for you too. So, check that out. But remember to come back to my show because, you start looking at her, you're not going to want to look at me anymore. I tell you that. So YL Raisa, and it's 0873L. They have a beautiful, I believe it's their vacation home on an island in Finland. I don't know if they're able to travel now, but check out her page here on YouTube. She may be doing it on Facebook and other places now. I'm not sure. Maybe Raisa can explain to us here in chat. Anyway, good morning, Christopher, Max, Ryan, Lindsay, JR coming in from Twitch TV. Good to see you in here. Lawrence, Jane, Paul, Luke, Chris, Gerald, Mr. Mini Whip, and of course, YL, Raisa. Raisa is originally from Russia, and she now lives in Finland, I believe. I think that's how it works. But check out her YouTube channel. Really, really awesome. I can watch her shows all day long. If you're bored, this is the show you want to be watching right here, not me. I only, the only thing I have is a big station. She has entertainment value here. So, good to see YL Raisa in here. Close that down now. I'm sure you would like me to keep that photo open, right? All right. So let me turn up the volume here and see what's on the bands here. Oh, right away. All right. Let's tune around. This is what the band sound like in Maine at 7:20 in the morning. Actually, it sounds pretty quiet. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use, please? Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? And it's a little QRM there. Trying to find a frequency. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Maybe I'll go with this. 14163. Good morning, Niels. You studying for your novice? Fantastic. Oh, that's great. Waterford man. Yeah, YouTube is down. I'm having a problem with YouTube. Let me see if I can do this manually. Good to remind me here. Just stand by here 1 second. Let me turn the volume down for a moment. YouTube has been having a problem with the company I'm using called Restream. But I think I can manually hit it here. So let me see here. And just tell me in a few moments if it's working. I'd be curious if you see the stream over there now. Restream, the company I use to do the multiple streaming, keeps on sending out a notification that they're having a problem with YouTube. And they're working on it. So, I'm back in here, back in the chat window. When I did that, I lost my chat messages, so apologize about that. So the last one I see in here is the Waterfordman. The stream is there, but the chat doesn't link to your... Oh, I see what you're saying. All right. Oh, no, I think it's working now, because I just seen Robbie come in, top of the morning. He just came in from YouTube, so I believe YouTube is now working. Thanks for the heads up. So maybe me manually doing it helped. All right. Turn the volume up here. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use?
No, the frequency's not occupied, Ray.
Yeah, who's that?
2 Whiskey 0 Delta Oscar Echo, giving you a call, Ray.
Hey, Chris. 2 Whiskey 0 Delta Oscar Echo from Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. 5 and 7, 57, Chris. Go ahead.
Okay, no problems at all. Signals are not too strong today there, Ray, but you coming through a good 5.9 here at the moment. 59, Ray.
Yeah, QSL, Chris. Yeah, very, very understandable. Yeah, when I started tuning around, I heard a couple loud signals, then I heard nothing. So maybe listen, we could be getting hit with some solar activity here because we're starting to get some sunspot numbers here. And it could be disturbing the activity here. I think we're gonna start seeing 15 meters here any day. So anyway, good to hear you, Chris. 5 and 7, 57 into the state of Maine.
Okay, there, Ray, no problems at all. You managing to get by there with this isolation, seriously. We're just waiting at the moment. My daughter's gone into hospital delayed to have my ninth grandson there, so we're waiting for news on the arrival of our new grandson today there. So thanks for coming back to the call, Ray. Best 73 is catch you a bit later. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, 2 Whiskey 0 Delta Oscar Echo. 73's, Ray.
Yeah, that's great, Chris. Congratulations on your new grandson coming. Keep me posted, Chris. We'll catch you later. 2 Whiskey 0 Delta Oscar Echo, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Bye-bye.
73's, Ray. Take care.
Okay, 7-3. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, QRZ.
Mexico 0 Bravo Lima Hotel.
Good morning, Mexico 0 Bravo Lima Hotel, 59 plus. My name is Ray, Romeo Alpha Yankee. I'm in the state of Maine. Over.
QSL, Ray, you're 509 plus 20 also, a little bit of QS Baker. Name here is Scott, Sierra, Charlie, Oscar, Tango, Tango, and we're on the southeast coast, UK, near the city of Norwich, Ray. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, very good, Scott. I'm here I'm physically sitting in New York, just north of New York City, but I'm operating remote. My transmitter's in the state of Maine on the Atlantic Ocean, where I'm running 5/5/5 and running a little bit over a kilowatt. So that's the working conditions on this end, Scott. It's raining. It's raining up in Maine where the transmitter site is, and the temperature's around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Mike 0 Bravo Lima Hotel, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo.
Yeah, QSL, Ray, all copied, all understood.
Robbie.
Yeah, I understand I'm remote. I just spoke to NX4TT, just slightly up the frequency from you, and he said you were down here, so I come down and had a listen. Just using 100 watts to a Crushcraft R6000 vertical there, Ray. So yeah, conditions not too bad this morning, or this afternoon, I should say. All right, I'll keep it short. Many people want to call you, I know. I do watch you on the remote ham radio through the Facebook, so I'm looking at that just now. Okay, Ray, all the best. W2 Radio Echo with Mike 0 Bravo Lima Hotel.
Okay, very good. Fantastic, Scott. Thanks for calling in. 73, and have a great day. Appreciate the call. So Scott just mentioned remote ham radio. I can't mention that name on the air. Being that I'm a licensed FCC operator, I could never say remote ham radio on the air because that's the name of my business. But when Scott says it, it's okay. So I've had a few people say, hey, you're promoting remote ham radio on the air. No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. I'm actually promoting amateur radio to the masses so people watch. I'm just doing it under my Facebook page, Remote Ham Radio, because we have a lot of members there that are friends on that page. So when somebody else mentions Remote Ham Radio, I'm still okay. I just can't mention it. So just to give you a little legal fact there. QRZ, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo.
Italy Zulu 1 Lima
Kilo Charlie Vic.
Italy Zulu 1 Lima Bravo. What's the last letter?
T QSL Italy Zulu 1 Lima Bravo Echo. Lima Bravo Echo. My name's Stefano. QSL Ray.
Okay, Stefano, very good. Italy Zulu 1, Lima Bravo Echo Ciao. You're 5'9", 59, over.
QSL, you reported a 5 plus 10 dB over 9 in Torino at the northwest of Italy.
QSL, my friend. Be safe, my friend. Be well. Italy Zulu 1, Lima Bravo Echo Ciao.
73, ciao Ray.
Ciao, ciao. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Golf 0, Tokyo Sierra Hotel.
Okay, Lima, I think Golf 0, Tango Sugar Hotel. You're 59, over.
Thank you. You're 5 and 9, and good morning to the state of Maine. The name is Keith. Kilowatt Echo Italy Tango Hotel, located near the city of York. Yankee Oscar Radio Kilowatt QSL.
Yeah, QSL, Keith. Beautiful copy here from York. I'm located in Jonesport, Maine. That's where the transmitter is. 500 miles to the northeast of me, where I'm physically sitting in New York, just north of New York City. You're sounding great, Keith. Thanks for calling in. Hope you're being coronavirus free. I know you guys are mandatory indoors. So are we here in New York. QSL?
Yeah, QSL. It's not too bad for me. I'm right out in the countryside, just surrounded by open fields. So pretty used to being out here on our own. Over.
Yeah, I understand. Completely understand. I'm in the countryside as well. I can get out, I got a pretty big yard here, so I can get out and roam. But the only thing I'm allowed to do is go to the supermarket, and I don't even want to do that. The wife's been doing that on her way home from work. She's a nurse, so she must go to work. Good to hear you. Thanks for calling in. Golf 0, Tango Sugar Hotel, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo 73.
Yep, Bye-bye.
Washington.
Okay, 73. Good morning, Derek. How you doing?
Yeah, very well. I was just listening to you last night. It must have been about our time, about maybe 2 o'clock in the morning on Facebook. There, you were talking to the guys in the States. There, it was just you were talking about the QRZ. That's what you were talking about, the login program. I was listening to you last night. There, it was interesting. It was interesting there for sure. So hopefully you're well, am I there? Hopefully everybody's keeping well there. You were saying there your wife's a nurse. My sister's actually a nurse as well, but she's off at the moment. Well, she's back next week. But my daughter's, she's in her second year of nursing. It takes 3 years over here in the UK to be a nurse, so she's in her second year now. But the way they work over here, they do like they go around different medical places doing placements, but all the placements are cancelled now for second years. But the third year students now are going to be enrolled now as full nurses only before they're even finished. So what happens with her, she'll be sort of on standby now. If the situation deteriorates, I would say she'll be called in as well there, Ray. So that's the story here, but I hope you're well and all your families are well. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. This is MI0SDR. Go ahead.
Roger, Derek. Very good. Copied all 100%. Yes, my wife's a nurse and my daughter's a nurse. My daughter's actually going back to working. She's been off since December because she just had a baby, and she had family leave, and now she's going back to work. I think it's tomorrow. And there's a few patients in the place where my wife and my daughter work that have the virus. So I tell you, those are unsung heroes, in my opinion, going out there every day, taking care of these sick patients. So, the wife worked a double shift last night. She's upstairs now sleeping. I don't even want to wake her up. I'm going to let her sleep in late today. She's off today. So, yeah, very good, Derek. And watching the show yesterday while I was working the States, I got on late yesterday. I don't usually do that because the wife is usually home, but being that she was working a double shift, I said, wow, what the heck? Let me get on the air and see if I can work some stateside guys. And sure enough, the band was in really good shape. And then another thing, Derek, I don't know how anybody else feels about this, but I woke up this morning. I didn't feel like my normal self. I started to sneeze. I'm like, am I coming down with it? And then my nose started watering. So I'm sure I'm fine, but you start thinking when I that one sneeze, I'm like, I must be sick now. I don't know how you feel over there in Northern Ireland, but that one sneeze, and I start wondering, am I coming down with it? Mike India Zero, Sugar Delta Radio, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
No, you're the same on anything at all. You'd be thinking the same. No, you're 100% right. You'd be worrying there. It's just it is very worrying. Hopefully, everything will be okay, Ray. But it'll take a while. It'll take a long time.
I love the way those guys in Ireland talk.
It'll take a while before it's all sorted out. The way that's
like
for
that
sure.
accent.
It's just a pity they couldn't get a vaccine for it, but it'll take a wee while to out. That's the problem. It'll certainly take a while till they find a vaccine for it, which is unfortunate, or.
Yeah, I know. I actually, believe it or not, I've taken that drug that they're saying that works, that malaria drug. I've actually taken that. And I don't know how long that stays in your system. Because when I went to Africa a couple years ago, I went to Africa on a little expedition. I had to take that malaria pill that you actually take it for, I think, if I remember, it's 6 or 7 straight days. You take a big dose in the beginning, and then you wind down in doses with this malaria drug. And if you only have to take that thing once, I might be okay, because they're saying that's the most effective thing so far. But they're still doing their trial. What do they call it? They have a name for it. It's still in trial to see if it really is the deal. All right, Derek. Well, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. You're sounding great as always. And best wishes to you there in Northern Ireland. Back to you for the final. Mike India Zero, Sugar Delta Radio, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Yeah, Roger, just when you're saying that, it must be 20 years, Ray, as well. We went to visit Turkey, and we had to get injections as well for malaria and other things, so I've had injections for that, but as you say, I don't know how long that lasts, but I definitely had an injection for that for malaria, so there you go, as well.
Oh, yeah, I slept like a baby.
Now, but there you go.
That's one thing I don't have a problem with, sleeping.
You have a good day there, and no doubt we'll hear you sitting there, and stay well, and stay there in New York, and see you later. Thanks, Ray.
Okay, 73, take care. Good to hear you, Derek. Cheers and beers, my friend.
Yeah, see you later, Ray. Bye.
So anyway, that's my friend Derek in Northern Ireland. Really good guy. I've been talking to him for years. So let me just come in here and say hello to the remaining people that have checked in here to the show this morning. Hey, Chris, Waterfordman. Robbie, Echo 2 India Papa, my good friend from Ireland. Stefan in the Mobile. And we got Matt coming in from Twitch TV on his lunch break. Good to hear you in here. We got Connor, Mike 7 Sugar Alpha Victor. Thanks for the link there. You got Tim. Hey Tim, you got who else we got in here? We got Kevin, Christos from Greece, Mario, Scott, Michael from France, Chris Taylor. We got Colin in here from Northern Ireland, another Northern Ireland guy. Luke, I believe Luke is in France. James Outlaw. Yeah, I slept good last night, James. The one thing I don't have a problem is sleeping. I sleep like a baby. When I hit the pillow, I'm out. I know a lot of people have problems falling asleep. Not me. I can drink a cup of coffee and fall asleep. It's really weird. I sleep like a baby. Never had a problem ever sleeping. Ever. I think I can count on my hand how many times I couldn't fall asleep. I don't know if that's a gift or what, but a lot of people, because when I go on D expeditions and I can sleep anywhere. And I think by James asking me that, I think it's because when I used to be in the trucking industry, I could fall asleep in the truck. I'd have to always put a timer on my phone to wake me up because I'd fall asleep in a truck right in the seat. I didn't need no sleep or anything. I'd fall right asleep in the truck. So maybe it's because I could sleep anywhere. So I sleep like a baby. Thanks for asking, though, James. And good to see everybody else here. We got Phil, 2 Echo 0 Zulu Delta X-Ray, non-mobile. And we have Juan out there in Tennessee. I thought you were in California. Good to see you in here, Juan. And we got Papa Delta 2, Alpha, Victor, Arjan. And we got Bob, Whiskey Sugar Zero Sugar. Good to hear you, Bob. Good to see everybody in here. Good to see everybody in here. Appreciate you being in here and being part of the show here. Your comments are welcome. And thanks for coming in from multiple streams. I'm looking at the chat window. We got people coming in from Facebook, Twitch TV, and YouTube. We're going to start, I think I'm going to start streaming to other platforms too, because we can do that from the program we're using here. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo QRZ.
W2RE, Sugar Mike 7, Echo Hotel Uniform.
Now that's the biggest signal I've heard this morning from Sweden. Sugar Mike 7, Echo Hotel United, 59 plus 20. My name is Ray, Romeo Alpha Yankee.
Hi Ray, and great to hear your signals also. I was standing by on the frequency here for a while.
Pelly.
As many of us radio amateurs, we are on the air.
Yeah.
Haven't got anything much else to do. The name here is Pelle, Papa Echo, Lima Echo. And we have talked a couple of times before. I think, both on 80 and 20 I can see it from the log. Hope everything is well. It's good on this side anyway, and I hope that you and yours are keeping well. Ray W2RE SM7EHU.
Yeah, it's good to hear you, Pelly, from Sweden. Beautiful copy. Very, very strong. You got really good audio, too, by the way. Yeah, we're trying to stay well. I mean, listen, I've been indoors here for now, 12 straight days. I haven't left the house other than taking the garbage out to the street. The wife still has to work because she's a nurse, and she's actually working in a facility that has some patients that are sick with the virus. She works just north of New York City, and she's been on her way home from work. She's been stopping off at the supermarket and picking up food. I don't know. It's a pretty bad situation here in New York. I'm right north of New York City where it all started really bad. And now it's spread to New York City. Who knows how long this is going to last? But being indoors for this time of period is starting to take a toll on me, I can tell you that. I'm an outdoor person. I've worked outdoors my whole life, and me being stuck indoors has not been a good thing, I can tell you that. But we're trying to find things to do, and one of them is get on the radio and streaming. So I'm actually streaming this live, and I got a lot of people around the world watching, so at least we're doing something here for some entertainment. You're 5'9 plus 20. I'm running 5 over 5 over 5 on the Atlantic Ocean in Maine. The antennas are 175 over 123 over 71, but I'm physically sitting in New York, so I'm operating remote. Sugar Mike 7, Echo Hotel United. Back to you, Pele, from Whiskey 2 Radio Echo.
Yeah, beautiful, Ray, and yeah. I know the big 5 station that you have, and certainly putting out a very potent signal, 20 to 25 over here, so really strong. And okay about the wife that we're working with, working as a nurse. Well, she's right in the middle of the virus then. And I really feel bad for the people that are working with all the sick people. It's the same thing here in Sweden. But I don't know. Maybe there is a light in the end of the tunnel. Of course there is a light in the end of the tunnel. It's just that you don't know how long the tunnel is.
That's right.
We are quite lucky, I should say, here in Sweden, though. And as I saw today, I think there were some 5,000 to 4,000 people suffering from the flu. But it's the curve is getting steeper, so we'll see what happens. I have been following what's been happening on your side of the pond since I quite often look at CNN to follow it up, and it's really a catastrophe. But it'll be a light in the tunnel. I'm sure of that, Ray. Okay, I will not keep it all the best to you, and take care. By the way, we are quite comfortable here. We just pick up the phone and do a weekly order, and then get it delivered to the door here. So
that's good.
It's a very, very easy way, but of course you miss the contact with all the people around you. But we can always manage here by using the radio, of course. Back to you, Ray, and you can wrap it up. I'm talking too much. W2RE SM7EHU.
Very good. Yeah, you're talking just fine. You're just, I mean, you're like armchair copy, and it's good to know what's going on in other parts of the world with the virus. And so while I'm streaming here, I have a chat window going, Pele. So Robbie, Echo India 2, Italy Papa wants to know what kind of antenna you're using. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, the antenna is an OptiBeam, the 11-element OptiBeam. And it's not so very high today. It's up around 10 or 12 meters. It's the 11 elements, so it's got the 3 elements wide space mono on 20 meters over.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Fantastic. OptiBeam, very good antenna. And, yeah, I've been streaming Pele since the virus outbreak, but I've been streaming before that. And I started streaming in the beginning of... I've really been starting streaming really hard since the beginning of the year, January 1st. I set up a studio here in my office here, and I've been streaming at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. And I try to get on almost every day, unless I'm out in the field doing tower and antenna work. I also do I build towers. I have my own tower company, and so I've been streaming. Showing people around the world all about amateur radio. And I can tell you, a lot of people checking in that are not amateurs. And right now I have a huge audience watching from multiple streaming platforms. I'm not even going to mention the name because I don't even want to get myself in trouble. But I am streaming. I'm not telling you where. And we have a lot of people watching. And since the beginning of January, 3.2 million video views between all the streaming platforms. So a lot of people watching us, Pele, and I don't know why, but they are. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think I know where I can find you. I will do that later on when we are through here. I'm sitting in front of the computer here, so I think I will be able to find you. That's interesting, and it's a good way of it's a very good way
Morning,
of letting people know what ham radio is really about. And it's a wonderful hobby. It sure is.
Yes,
and
it is.
You've been around a long time, and so have I. And lots of friends all over the world, and talking to them, and especially now when most of the people are feeling some kind of anxiety and are worried about the livelihood and so forth. So it's a wonderful hobby. Anyway, Ray, I will let you run along there and work some more of the stations. You have, as usual, a huge signal into Europe. So thanks for taking your time, and thanks for being on the air, Ray. W2RE SM7EHU.
Yeah, very good, Pele. By any chance, were you on during the contest over the weekend?
No, I wasn't. I don't do too much of contesting over.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, conditions were very good. Yeah, even without a single sunspot number, the propagation was amazing. Yeah, we participated in it. We actually broke a U.S. record. We did multi-multi. We're the one of only 2 stations in the world that were multi-multi this weekend, because with all the travel restrictions, nobody could travel to do these multi-multis. So we used our remote technology to do a 10-man team, and we came in with 32 million points. Looks like the highest score in the world, and we operated the station I'm operating from right now. It was an incredible experience doing it this way, and it may change contesting for multi-multis in the future. Who knows what's going to happen after this all clears out? Are people going to be cautious? Are people going to want to travel and sit next to somebody that's spitting into a microphone all day? I don't know. We'll find out. Sugar Mike 7, Echo Hotel United. Let you wrap it up. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Okay. Congratulations to the multi with 32 million points. That's something, really. I admire that kind of results. Really good, Ray. Yeah, you're talking one final comment here about the virus and stuff. I mean, we are a little bit concerned over what's going to happen over the Easter holiday.
Yes.
Especially, Sweden is mostly affected up in the Stockholm area or the bigger cities, but Stockholm is the worst. And there are a lot of people from Stockholm, of course, that have summer houses or vacation houses all over Sweden. The authorities they haven't forbidden, but they have asked people not to travel over the Easter here, since other parts of Sweden are more or less not affected by the virus. But we'll see what happens, and of course we that are out on the countryside are a little bit concerned about this with vacation traveling. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you very much, and you take care. You and your family have a nice continuing of the rest of the week, and see you some other day, Ray. And once again, thanks for being on the air. W2RE, SM7EHU, 73s.
Okay, Pele, very good. Anywhere from S9 plus 10 to 30 over. Very strong signal. Congrats. Be well, be safe, and best wishes to the people of Sweden. Thanks for calling in. Sugar Mike 7, Echo Hotel United, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, 7-3. Bye-bye.
Thanks for the kind words, Ray, and the same thing goes back to you and your fellows in the U.S. from Sweden. 7-3s, bye-bye.
7-3, thanks for calling in. This is Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, QRZ.
Good morning, America.
Yes.
Echo, Florida.
Good morning, Mr. Shepard.
Yeah, good morning, Ray. W2RE. Lovely to hear you again, Ray. You're doing a great job. I've just been working one of the other stations, November X-Ray 4, Tango. I've just been working Ed further up the band, QSL.
Yeah, very good. Ed was probably on the other station in Eastport, north of here. I hog up the station in the morning, so I'm sure Ed was probably over there on Eastport. That's fantastic. Good to hear you, Tom. So what's your status? Are you now mandatory indoors, or are you still going to work? Go ahead.
No, we've been off work since, just a week now, Ray. We got laid off a week last Wednesday, so we're at home full time. Nice to have the radio, and nice for you to be out there, but we're going to see what happens tomorrow. It's our fourth payday since we've been off, Ray, and we should get 80% QSL.
Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. I mean, staying indoors, playing radio, and getting 80%. I'd take that. I'd absolutely take that. So, well, good to hear you, and I'm glad to see you're doing fine. I started to sneeze this morning, Tom. I got up out of bed, let the dog out because he was barking. He wanted to go to the bathroom. So I get out of bed and I start sneezing. I'm like, I must have the virus. I don't know. It's starting to play games with me, Tom. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL, well, you better take it easy and watch out, Ray. You never know, especially with Laurie in the care home. You just don't know, Ray. But let's hope you haven't. We can't have you off the air, Ray.
Yeah, I'll be on the air even if I'm in a wheelchair. They have me on. If they have me on the ventilator, I'll find a way to get on the air. But yeah, I hear you, Tom. No, I was only joking. I think I'm fine, but this time of the year, allergy season, and not that the allergies bother me, but sometimes I just start sneezing and then it goes away. So I think it's maybe some kind of allergy or something. But every time you feel a little sore throat coming on, or a sneeze, or a headache, or anything, you start wondering, am I coming down with it? And then you can't watch the news. I watched the news yesterday, and the governor of New York They shouldn't put that guy on TV. They should not allow that guy on TV. Because I tell you what, I can guarantee he's scaring the hell out of a lot of people. So, he's on there telling you how many people are going to die. And how about instead of telling us how many people are going to die, how about just shutting the whole state down? Period. Just shut it all down. Everybody has to stay home. Except for, doctors and nurses and things like that. Because, the mandatory lockdown is really not mandatory. It's really voluntary. So you still got people roaming around. I haven't. I've been indoors for over 10 straight days. So that's the story from this end, Tom. Hope everything's good with you and Joe and everything's fine. Over.
Yeah, QSA, exactly the same here, Ray. It's exactly the same here. It's frightening when you watch the news. Absolutely frightening. And it's not a complete lockdown here, as you know. Lots of people are going to work, but I reckon the only way to stop it is to put us on a complete, utter lockdown, Ray. So nobody goes out unless just emergency services in the hospitals. But that's what it needs to do, Ray. We've got to nip this in the bud somehow. Any case, great to work out. Hello to my friend over there in Italy, if he's listening, and to everybody else. Keep the show going, Ray. Keep it rolling, buddy, QSL.
Always a pleasure to hear you, Mr. Shepard. And I'm going to beat you to the punch. God bless the United Kingdom.
Okay, Ray, God bless America. Cheers and beers, and everybody out there listening, have a great day and keep indoors. Cheers and beers.
Cheers and beers, Mr. Shepard. Thanks for calling in. 73. Bye-bye. Okay, let me just turn the volume down here for a moment. Let me just say hello to a few more people that checked in here. Good morning, Phil, Juan. We got Joe. We got Luke. Mr. Shepard, good morning, America. Good morning, the UK. We got Robbie, Cracking Signal, Mike Mutton, Odd, and we got Phil Jones. Thanks for everybody being in here this morning and being part of the show. Let's just keep on working DX. Let's find out what's going on in the rest of the world here. I think I heard a Golf Zero in there. Okay, the Germany Zero again.
Yeah, Golf Zero, Delta Echo, Florida. Good morning, Ray.
Hey, good morning, Golf Zero, Delta Echo, Florida. Booming as usual. 20 over. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the 20 over, Ray. We're listening because Tom's only just down the road from me. About 3 miles as the
Mike and his family
applies, but you were saying about the XYL being a nurse, etc. Well, my daughter rang me last night, very concerned. I can't mention the care worker place or the hospital, but she rang me with big concerns because she works in a care home, and she wanted 1 or 2 pointers from me. And apparently they're discharging some of the old folk and putting them into this care home, and then they're not coming up with any information about those people. So I know she refused at one point to go into one room because she didn't know about what she'd got, what she'd come out with, or whatever, Ray. So it just shows you just how things are going. But she's got the apron and she's got the plastic gloves, but no masks at the moment, Ray. Go ahead.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Well, I got one better than that. My wife's been using the same mask for the last 2 weeks. And they're not the high-rated H something. They got a number for it. It's not the high-rated masks. But you know what they're doing in her place? My wife works at a rehabilitation center, as known as a nursing home. They're actually busing in. So think about this. You got a bunch of elderly people in a nursing home, and I don't know who called this shot. So you have all these elderly people in a nursing home that are there for multiple reasons. It could be multiple sclerosis. It could be anything because of old age. They're in there for a reason. They can't take care of themselves. So anyway, somebody came up with a brilliant idea, and I don't know if the state is forcing them, but they're shipping in people with the virus to the nursing home to take care of them. Why would you bring people that are sick with the virus into a place that there's already sick people that are vulnerable? I don't know who's calling these shots, But I tell you what, it's really bad out there. And this is not being reported. Very, very crazy, Mike. I don't understand it. And for a matter of fact, where these sick patients are being shipped, my daughter goes back to work after being off for a few months because she just had a baby, and she's going to be working on that floor. I have no idea. If it was me, I'd tell my daughter, don't do it. So there you go, Mike. Golf 0, Delta Echo Fox, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Yeah, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, G0DF, 20 over, by the way, Ray. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. We're getting to the point, Ray, where ringing be sick, and then they know that you can't go in, you know? It's dead frightening. I wish that they'd hurry up and issue these masks, but not to give you any information when they take them out of the hospital because they need the beds and put them in an old folks' home. No wonder she's worried, so the note I left her was when she rung me yesterday was to, for God's sake, you ring me every day just to let me know that you're okay. As simple as that, but it's not good news. And the thing is, Ray, unless you've got family or friends and that in that sort of job, you don't hear nothing of what's going on, you know. It's absolutely crazy and frightening, Ray. Okay, my friend, well, I'll leave that with you. Keep up the good work. And all those who are listening, you stay healthy and stay at home. That's all we can say about that, Ray. So I'll put it back to you, my friend. Thanks very much for letting me in. I just wanted to pass those few words over. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, Golf 0, Delta, Echo, Florida, over.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Yep, we got the same concerns. Absolutely. And those are the unsung heroes. The nurses going out there. They're the ones taking care of the sick patients. The doctors just go in there and they just look at them for 1 minute and they're out of the room. The nurses are in there all day long taking care of the sick people. They should actually be getting hazardous pay. Hazardous pay, my opinion. But it'll never happen. All right, Mike, take care. Thanks for calling in. Golf 0, Delta Echo Fox, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, 7-3. Bye-bye.
Yeah, 73's good, and stay healthy.
Okay, 73, thanks. Let me see if Echo Alpha 3, Hotel Sugar Oscar, Alan, if he's on frequency. Echo Alpha 3, Hotel Sugar Oscar, Alan, can you copy me? Over? Echo Alpha 3, Hotel Sugar, everybody stand by, QRX 1 moment. Echo Alpha 3, Hotel Sugar Oscar, do you copy? Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Okay, well, my friend Alan just posted on Facebook. He got a handy talkie in his hand with a small little whip, and he's copying me really loud on his handheld. So I was just wondering if I was going to be able to work him, but maybe he's just maybe he can't transmit, only can listen. All right, let me continue on here. QRZ, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Norway, kilowatt radio. Mexico 0, Norway, kilowatt radio.
Okay, a lot of stations in from the UK this morning. Mike 0, November Kilo Radio, very strong, 5-9 plus 20. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, you're also big signal here, 59 plus 20 also. The name is Andy, American Norway, Denmark Yankee, and we're located around about 30 miles from the city of Norwich. Currently home working. More time to play radio, HI. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, M0 NKR.
Yeah, okay, very good, Andy. Join the club. Yeah, I've been working from home, too. Been like this pretty much for the last month or so. I did travel up to Maine. I did travel up to Maine and did some work there recently. And when I went up to the state of Maine, Andy, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, there was no cases up in the area where I was. So when they saw my New York plates, they got all nervous. Actually scared the people up there. They thought because I was automatically from New York, I must be carrying the virus. And it was pretty amazing to watch the reaction. I guess you know I shouldn't be surprised. Anyway, you're sounding great. You're 5-9 plus 20. I'm running 5 over 5 over 5 and running 1 kilowatt. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, well, yeah, cracking signal across. No worries there.
I'm running here the ICOM 7610, 400 watts from the Expert 1.2, and the antenna is a 412 XR6, covers 6 meters through to 20 meters, around about 2 elements each band, so that's the working conditions this end. I'm currently off work, teleworking, but it means working from home in the shack. Means more time for radio, and my workplace, I work for the US Air Force here in the UK, and they currently have 5 cases of the virus on the base. So that's the lowdown this end. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, M0 NKR.
Okay. Oh, sorry about that. I was focused in the wrong window here. I'm actually operating remote from my PC. So my push-to-talk is my control key on my keyboard. And I actually just put into a chat here in my other window, and I forgot to transfer over. So that's why there was the delay. I had to put my mouse over the call sign field here. Okay, great. Good to hear you, Andy. And you're sounding fantastic. Your station's working amazing. Stay safe. Best wishes to you and the family and to the people of the United Kingdom. Thank you very much for calling in. Mike 0, November Kilo Radio, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Yeah, Roger, fine business. No bother, Ray. Good to work here, and we'll catch you a bit further down, as they say. Cheers and beers, 73.
Cheers and beers, 73. James Outlaw, make your call. Go ahead.
0 Zulu Delta X-ray. Sugar Mike 2 Sugar.
Okay, to 2 Echo again.
2 Echo 0 Zulu Delta X-ray.
Okay, 2 Echo 0 Zulu Delta X-ray. Good to hear you. You're 59. 59, over.
Yeah, good morning, Ray. The name's Phil, Papa Hotel India Lima. You're 5-9 into the northwest of England. Not mobile, but I've got the split relay charge system sorted out in my new car. So as soon as I'm out mobile in the next few weeks, I'll give you a shout, Ray. Over.
Yeah, very good, Phil. It's unusual not to hear you from the mobile. I got to be honest with you. When I see that call sign right away, I'm thinking about a car parked along the ocean. Anyway, you're sounding good even from home. You're 59 plus. Very nice audio, Phil. Go ahead.
Yeah, cheers, Ray. I got a new headset, actually. Got a Radio Sport headset.
Sounds good.
Trying it out, so there you go. 5-9 plus, Ray. Have a good morning. 7-3. Cheers.
73. Take care, Phil. Good to hear you. Be safe. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, QRZ.
Sugar, Mexico 2 Sugar.
The 2 Sugar again?
Mike 0 2 Sugar. Sierra Mike 2 Sierra.
Sugar Mike 2 Sugar. Nice call sign. You're 59 plus 20. Big signal from Sweden.
Yeah, QSL Ray, you're picking 10 to 20 dB over S9 into Cisco Island. We have been in QSL before in 2018, so I thought I'd give you a call and give you a report. Over.
Yeah, very good, Kari. Good to hear you. Yeah, you're doing great. I'm operating from probably when I worked you back then. I may have been operating from Maine, but I'm operating from a news station. I'm operating from Jonesport, Maine, where I'm running 5 over 5 over 5 and operating remote. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, you're doing great business up to north part of Sweden, so no problems at all to copy you there. Nice to hear from you again, Ray, and take care. I look forward for the next time. 7-3.
Okay, Kari, be safe up there in Sweden. I hear things are getting pretty rough there as well. 7-3, take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you, QRZ. James, Outlaw, give me your call.
Uniform India.
Mike 0, Sugar United India. Good to hear you. 5-9, over.
Good morning, mate. It's nice to see you again. You are also 5-9 here in my little small station in Cornwall. How you doing?
You're doing great. You're 5-9, 59 here, and I'm operating remote into Maine on a cold, windy, wet day. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, here it's cloudy. Temperature is 11 degrees. It's absolutely nice to hear you from your remote station in Maine. You are coming here 5-9. There is a lot of QRM, but your signal is very, very nice indeed. You know, the Antelier is Ricky. Working with 120 watts and G5 L size under the roof. Very, very nice indeed to cook.
Yeah, okay, Ricky, Ricardo, very good. How did you? Because I'm looking at your name. Obviously, you're Italian name, and you're in England. How long have you been living in England? Go ahead.
Okay. I have moved from Italy 2 years, nearly 3 years ago. Was a life-changing to coronate a dream. Cornwall was a dream, and so we have moved here in Cornwall 3 years ago with my wife. It's a very nice place to live, indeed. We have 200 meters far from the sea. And so it's a very nice place. It's a very pleasant place to live. No miss Italy at all. Yourself?
Yeah, okay, but I bet I could tell you one thing, Ricky. I can guarantee you this. This I know for sure. England may be a beautiful place to live, and you have nice view of the ocean and all that. But I can guarantee you one thing that I know you're missing: the Italian food. Go ahead.
Oh, it's nice indeed. We usually cook Italian food. My wife is a chef, and so it's nice indeed. We can find all the ingredients for our recipes, and so it's very nice. And so we don't miss, we never miss Italian food. Yourself?
Yeah, very good, very good. I love Italian food. Best food in the world comes out of Italy. And the people of England are fantastic people. They're the friendliest people on the face of the earth. So you're in good company. You got a wife that's a chef that can cook you Italian food, and then you live in one of the friendliest places in the world. So you can't go wrong. Okay, Ricky, take care. Mike Zero, Sugar United Italy, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, 7-3. Ciao, ciao.
Okay, Ray, thank you very much for this contact. It's always nice to hear you. Have a nice afternoon. God bless. Keep safe. Stay fine. 73 from England. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, 73. Take care. This is Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Morning, Ray. Mike Whiskey 0, Yankee Victor Kilo.
Mike Whiskey 0, Yankee Victor Kilo. Very strong, 20 over.
Yeah, you're 25 over 90, Ray. The name's Eddie, Echo, Delta, Yankee. I've just been up and called into Ed there on the remote out of Maine there. He's giving me 30 over, QSL.
Yeah, you're the same signal here, Eddie, 30 over. Yeah, Ed is 30 miles north of me. He's in Eastport, Maine, and I'm in Jonesport, Maine, both stations sitting on the Atlantic Ocean. Go ahead.
A bit lower than, well, Chris, 2 Whiskey 0, Delta, Oscar Echo, good friend of mine, Chris. He works you very often, Ray, QSL.
Yeah, Chris is a good friend of mine. When I get to your part of the world one day, I'm going to definitely meet up with you guys. And yeah, I doubled with you. Ed is transmitting in Eastport, Maine. He's about 30 miles north of me. He's transmitting out of Florida. He's in Florida at his retirement place, and he's transmitting from the station in Eastport, Maine. And I'm transmitting out of New York to the station in Jonesport. They're about 30 air miles apart. And I'm going to give you the same report that Ed gave you. He gave you 5.9 plus 30. You're also 30 over here. QSL?
Yeah, QSL. Well, you're absolutely blowing it.
Yeah.
Well, he gave me 20 over, I think. I gave you 30. I gave him 30, and you're 30 as well, Ray, over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, he's running 4 over 4 over 4. And I'm running 5 over 5 over 5, and we're both sitting on the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, the station that Ed's operating from is 63 acres on the ocean, and the one I'm transmitting from here is 22.5 acres on the ocean. Go ahead.
QSL, I got about 42 feet over.
Yeah, 42 feet. Well, that's a lot of land in England. Go ahead.
Well, if I go a little bit farther over my fence, I'm only about 20 foot from the main railway line, Ray, over.
Yeah, okay. Well, very good. Yeah, I know. Postage stamp pieces of property in the UK. That's what happens when you have you guys have been on the face of the earth longer than the people here in the United States. We have so much land that's never even been viewed. People, there haven't even been humans walking on it. It's how much land we have here that's never been tapped into. You go out into the desert out in the west, there's land that's never even been viewed other than from Google Earth. Well, good to hear you. Thanks for calling in. Mike Whiskey Zero, Yankee Victor Kilo. Cheers and beers from Whiskey 2 Radio Echo.
Okay, Ray, always a pleasure, my friend. Stay well and stay safe, and regard to everybody. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, Mike Whiskey Zero, Yankee Victor Kilo. Cheers and beers.
Cheers and beers, my friend. 73. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo.
EA3HSO.
Hey, amigo. I saw that video. I tried calling you, but you're not hearing me.
That's incredible. That was so funny, man. I was checking the MCOM repeaters on this little handheld, and I switched to HF, and I heard you on the little wave, over.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, don't post that. If you post that, people are going to be mad at me, Alan. What happens is when things get posted like that, they get mad at me. I don't know why.
Nah, just put some earplugs. Forget it. That's QRM. You do the same as with QRM. You ignore it. Over.
Yeah. I gotta get QRM ears. There's no doubt about it. Well, thanks for posting that, tagging me. That's great. That's fantastic. I haven't actually listened to it yet. I've seen the video because I've been transmitting here. I haven't listened to it, but I'm curious to see what it sounds like. Very, very interesting. I mean, was there any other signals on the band out of Europe that you could hear, or was it just me? Go ahead.
No, just you and an Hotel Alpha guy. I can hear the Hotel Alphas. I can hear sometimes the 9 Alphas too. For the short skip, I don't hear my buddies here, but I don't hear them with a big quad. So, but I think this is the first U.S. stateside station that I copy with the little whip, W2RE EA3HSO.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And what kind of handheld is that? Is that one of those new Chinese things or what?
No, it's an old ICOM. It's
okay.
The first thing I bought when I was deciding if I was going back to ham radio after 30 years. It's an ICOM IC India Charlie Romeo 20, a small handheld scanner that goes from 0 to, I think, 2.3 gigs, over.
Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. Yeah. Well, appreciate it. And great to hear you this morning. So what's the status there in Spain? I mean, I hear Spain and France is getting hit pretty hard like us here in New York. Are you staying indoors? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, we already, exactly today is our third week of official lockdown. I've had my family 5 days before the official one, so we're playing it very safe, well stocked. I'm going out just once every 10 days to refill a bit of fresh groceries, and that's it. The girls are homeschooling. Yeah, we are keeping safe, even though we are not in the high-risk population. A lot of people around us are. There are some old folks living in our building, and anyway, yeah, complete lockdown. The only pain in the butt is not having so much time for radio, and my tower guys can come and put the new tower up high and the new antenna. So that's the only bad part, but we can complain. The family is tight together like never. It's crazy. We are seeing the girls every day for a lot of hours, and luckily that part is doing good. The country is really in a really alarming state, especially in Madrid, a little less in Barcelona, in Catalonia, in our region. But it's not looking pretty, so just staying home. That's the best thing for us and for the other one especially, over.
Yeah, understand, yeah. Well, absolutely be safe than sorry. I mean, you're not in a high-risk area. You're still a young guy. And you got a young family. Just stay safe, stay home. If you don't have to go out, don't go out. I mean, I'm in a different situation. I got a wife that's got to go to work, and I got a son that's, as you know, is a cameraman. A lot of the feed that people are seeing on CNN out of New York is coming from his camera. He's down there working for an outfit that's affiliated with CNN. And a lot of the feed that's coming out of the hardest hit area when it first started, New Rochelle, New York, was coming from his feed. They didn't want to send the CNN people in there to do the video, so he's been out there. And both of them have been coming home every night. So, listen, Alan, I have no idea I was thinking about going up to Summit and just spending time up there, but I can't be away from the family. It'd be unfair to do that. So I'm just going to stick it out and see how it goes. Alan, go ahead.
Yeah, well, you guys are healthy. You do a crazy amount of exercise. You are fit. You are not either on the risk population, and yeah, I understand that's a conflict. You can go to Summit and play it well, but you're not going to be sleeping. Yeah, I know what's being a father, so I understand you totally, and send a big hug to everyone there in your family on the front line. That's actually a front line. And that's amazing. I mean, your son, the cameraman, at least he's going to come out of this rainforest in his career. It's crazy. It's scary, but at the same time, as a filmmaker, I can tell you that he's living unrepeatable moments there. Over.
Oh yeah. He's had some amazing stories recently. So we'll see how this all plays out, Alan. I really want to get back to work. I got work piling up. I got an email from a guy yesterday. Said, "Hey, my rotor broke, and my mast is spinning. I got coaxes up there that I think are going to break." And I'm like, I respond to him. I said, "I would love to go out there right now and fix it for you, but I'm not allowed outside." So that's just one example of all the emails I'm getting. And it's crazy. I can't go outdoors and do all these repairs that are piling up. Plus, Crossy K1 Lima Zulu has these big dreams about Jonesport, so he's mass piling towers and antennas. So that's probably going to be 2-3 months of work up there once the virus goes away. Go ahead.
I understand completely, and yeah, Crossy's project, the project you have going there in Jonesport, it's a candy, but everything can wait, man. We are not saving lives yet with ham radio right now. So everything can wait. Health is much more important. I agree with you. Okay, Super Amigo, my little one is asking for some technical help. I might have knocked down the internet with this Rakchu, so I want to see what's going on. Keep safe, don't go crazy, and big hug to you and your family. You should really feel proud for them doing what they are doing, Amigo. W2RE. By the way, great congratulations. I'm trying to digest your score, my God. That was crazy. We'll talk about that later. Un abrazo, amigo, and keep well, Ray.
Very good, Alan. Yeah, thanks for the kind words. It was amazing. I wish we were able to stream it, but that's for another day. And yes, best wishes to you and your family. You're a good man, and you be well, be safe, and we'll definitely keep in touch. Listen, I enjoy watching everything you do, and all your travels and everything. It's fantastic. Good for you, my man. Take care. God bless. Echo Alpha 3, Hotel Sugar, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Bye-bye. Something ending Canada. Go ahead.
Honolulu, Canada. Baker.
Wow, a lot of station calling. I hear you in there, Des. Golf 4, Oscar Baker. How you doing, Des?
You always manage to hear me. You always manage to pick out my audio, and you know what? I'm barefoot too. We've just been out walking the dogs over the field, and just gotten back here, and only just switched on the radio, and a barefoot. Yeah, well, it started off there. It's not a bad day. We've got some sunshine. It's a bit warmer. It's about 13 degrees, which, what's that? Oh, I don't know, 56, 57 Fahrenheit. With some sunshine from time to time, so it's not bad. How are you doing over there, Ray, QSL?
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good, Des, other than being indoors. I feel like I'm getting lazy. I don't think I'm gaining any weight because I'm not going out to restaurants. So I think that part I'm not too worried about. But boy, I tell you, getting pretty boring sitting indoors here. I'm itching to get to work and doing outdoor activities. Everything's going fine, Des, other than, the wife going into the hot zone there, working with patients that possibly have it. And then, my son, the cameraman, down here in New York City. So they're in the front line there, you would kind of say. And I'm just staying indoors here playing radio and having a good time. We did a contest over the weekend, had a fantastic time. We operated with a bunch of young kids. It was a great experience. And just chilling out, just enjoying life as best we can for the moment. And good to hear everything's good on your side, Des. Just walk the dogs. That's great. The weather here, I'll tell you in a moment. I'm going to look it up here on the forecast here. I haven't been outdoors. Golf 4, Oscar Baker, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Yeah, very good, Ray. Well, that's all you can do, and that's kind of scary. You know, my wife's daughter, my stepdaughter, she works frontline in one of the hospitals about 30 miles here. So she has to go in a gown and a mask and all the rest of it, you know, but it's not
36
good.
Fahrenheit in Maine.
Let's hope these people get protected well from this thing and we all come out of it at the other end, you know. It's to me, it still feels like some kind of a weird dream. It's like I'm going to wake up and, you know, wow, did this thing, can you imagine? Yeah, this would be the stuff of a dream or a nightmare, wouldn't it, you know? They've made movies out of stuff like this in the past, so it's really bizarre, but hopefully it'll all come out and, you know,
Hi, Tracy,
I've been
good morning.
listening to what your president has been saying and listening to what they've been saying from the government here, and, you know, of course, as you know, the Prime Minister here and the Health Minister has also gone down with the COVID-19, so... you know, you can recover. It's not necessarily going to be the end, but it's not something you're going to vote for, is it? Hey, Ray, work a few other guys there. Take care. I know what you mean about the boredom. This is going to be a big problem ongoing, you know, with finding things to do. 73, Ray, W2RE, G4ODB. Stay safe.
Okay, Des, over there in the United Kingdom. Fantastic. And, boredom is starting to definitely take a factor here. And at least I got the radio here. At least I got the radio, and I got other smaller things I could do here in the office. I did payroll. This morning, so paychecks will be going out. So we're still doing business activities here, and but I tell you, I'm itching to get outdoors. This is like you said, a bad dream. You know, my parents are still alive. They're in their 80s, and they live about 15 miles south of me here. And I typically go down there and just check in on them, but I can't go down there because I have no idea. You know, I'm around my wife and my son that they're coming home every night, so I don't want to risk getting them sick down there. My father's on dialysis, so he's got to go every 3 days, every other day to go, you know, get treatments. And so it's rough. It's rough, you know. I want to go down there and help them out, but I can't. It's a real bad situation. They're staying indoors, and my wife, I think, has been dropping off groceries to them on her way home from work, but just leaving it on the door. Anyway, 73, take care. Golf 4, Oscar Baker, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Yeah. Well, God bless you and your family there, Ray, and just stay safe. We'll keep in touch. G4OBB.
Ciao. Good to hear you. Always a pleasure to hear you, Des. And by the way, you and Tom Shepard, your voices are... And I think Trevor as well, TDN. You three guys have a voice that's got the right pitch. You're not always the loudest, but I can always pull you out because of your audio. The audio quality is awesome to get through that pile up. It just pierces right through. That's all I got to say. 73, Das. Bye-bye.
Radio Canada 4, Hotel Canada. Ocean.
Germany, Whiskey Zero.
Okay, Des. A lot of stations calling. 73. The station out of Russia, Radio Canada 4. You're really loud. Go ahead.
Yes, how do you do, Ray? Michael Radio, Charlie 4, Radio Charlie 4, Hotel Charlie, very strong, 5 by 9 plus 5, over please.
Okay, Radio Charlie 4, Hotel Charlie, very strong. You're 5'9", about 10 dB and beautiful audio. Go ahead.
Yes. Transceiver old transceiver, 51,000 MPS element. Tri-band reliable, between 28 meters up my table. Yes, I now want to give you, Ray, my new station calling you. Have a nice time and keep smile there, Ray. W2 Radio Echo RC4HC. Over.
Yeah, okay, very good. Can you give me your name?
Oh, yes, excuse me. My handle Nick, N-I-C-K, November India Charlie Kilo, and I live in the town on the bank of the Volga River.
Okay, Nick, out of Russia, very good. Fantastic. Good to hear you this morning. And hope everything's well with you and the people of Russia and everything with the virus. People in Russia are great people, fantastic people, and I wish you the very best while we're in lockdown. 73, take care. Radio Charlie 4, Hotel Charlie, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Golf 0, America, Oscar Juliet. G0, America, Oscar Juliet. Right?
Okay, something Washington, Canada. Go ahead.
Golf for Whiskey 0, Japan, Washington, Canada. Good morning to you there, Ray.
Good morning, George Washington 0, Japan, Washington, Canada. Good to hear you. And I heard you in there a few other times. I just couldn't pull out the whole call. And I know you've been calling. You're sounding great as usual. 5'9 plus. Go ahead.
Okay, also 5'9 plus. Very nice signal. How is things over the other side of the pond there, Ray?
Yeah, everything is as good as it could be. We're so far, knock on wood, healthy, and we feeding our tummy. I guess that's probably as best as you can go. Go ahead.
Yes, same with them there, Ray. Getting a bit fed up with the lockdown there now. Only so much radio you can take there, Ray. QSL.
Yeah, very good, Paul. Yeah, well, you know, I get my 1 hour, 2 hours a day with the radio, and then I have, you know, I got other things I could do, but the one thing I'm starting not to do is watch the TV, the news. I cannot watch the news anymore. It's just they I don't know if it's the media or if this thing is as bad as it is, but they're scaring the heck out of the people. I can tell you that, Paul. Go ahead.
Yeah, I believe so as well there, Ray. We're doing the same. Only so much of the news you can take there. I don't think the truth is coming out about it there, Ray, but that's my opinion. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, very good. Fantastic. Well, great to hear you, Paul. Pleasure's all mine. Golf Whiskey 0, Japan Whiskey Canada, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Bye-bye. Okay, the Ocean again.
Papa Mexico, Papa Mike.
Ocean?
Yeah, Ocean. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Raymond. This is Delta Lima stroke Tango America 3 Ocean.
Okay, Delta Lima stroke Tango America 3 Ocean. Good to hear you. You're 59 plus 20. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Glad to hear that I have a signal like this. I didn't expect this, Raymond. Thank you very much. You're also 510 plus 20 and a very, very good audio. This is a very small antenna from MFJ, the 1775. QSL.
Yeah, okay, very good. Do you go by the name Ozer? Is that how I pronounce it?
Roger. Ozer, Ozer. QSL.
Okay, Ozer. Good to hear you. Yeah, you're doing good. You're 10 to 20 over. I'm running 5 over 5 over 5 on the coast of Maine, running a little bit over 1 kilowatt. So, do you live in Germany or are you on vacation? What's the story there, Ozer? Because obviously you're from Turkey. Go ahead.
Roger. I'm from Turkey. Origin is Turkish, and 2017, 1st of April, we decided to, move back to Germany. So since 2017, I'm back in Germany. I have also a German call sign, Delta Lima 3, Ocean, but I am calling you with my Turkish call sign to have you on another band as well. We had a contact before on 40 meter in 2020. Yourself?
Yeah, okay, fantastic. Well, good to get you in the log here this morning out of Germany. And your antenna system is working fantastic. Thanks for calling in. Be well, best wishes, and stay safe, okay?
Thank you very
Dawn,
much.
good morning.
The same to you and your family. Stay safe. And by the way, this is amplification about 200 whiskeys, the homegrown to pilk yourself.
Ocean Radio.
Okay, thanks for calling in. 73, take care, bye-bye.
Mexico, IZ1 Echo Papa Mike.
IZ1 Echo Papa Mike, good morning.
Roger Ray, good morning to you. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo from IZ1 EPM. Usually broadcasting in Europe, and my greetings for you at this time that is afternoon time in Italy and it's morning time in USA. W2RE IZ1 EPM, over.
Yeah, okay, Fetty. You're as loud as you usually are. 5'9 plus 20. Good to hear you this morning. So what's the latest status over there? What's going on there in Italy? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Ray. Repeat the question.
I said, what is the latest status? What is the latest status with the virus in Italy? Are things getting better? Go ahead.
Roger Ray. The situation at the moment in Italy is the curve is rising down slowly, but it's rising down. We have to stay at home until 15th April, but we are optimists and we need to have many luck in this moment. It's time to the reaction. The people have to be quiet and to be positive. Think positive. In Italy, we think positive. So, thanks a lot also today for this few QSO, this short QSO, I'm sorry, and hope to meet you again tomorrow on the day later. Thanks a lot, Ray. 73 W2 Radio Echo, India Zulu 1 Echo Papa Mexico.
Okay, Fetty, fantastic. Definitely good to hear you again, and keep calling in. I want to make sure you're safe. And yes, think positive. Positive thinking. That's I agree with that 100%. When you think positive things happen. Italy Zulu 1 Echo Papa Mike, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Ciao.
Echo India 3 Golf Delta 0, America Oscar Juliet.
Okay, the Echo India 3 out of Ireland. Go ahead.
Yes, good morning, Ray. It's Echo India 3 Golf Delta
0, America Oscar Juliet, Ray.
I hear you. Hope you're keeping well.
Yeah, I'm doing well. Echo India 3. It's a Golf Delta, is that correct?
Yeah, Roger. GD, Roger. As in good day.
Yeah, I know we worked before. What's the name?
Oh, sorry. The name is Ray. We worked on St. Patrick's Day, Ray. So it's the same name as yours. Back to you.
Oh, right. Very good, Ray. Good to hear you. Yeah, St. Patrick's Day was canceled. You know the world's ending when the St. Patrick's Day is canceled. We did have our corned beef and cabbage on St. Patrick's Day, and I had my pint. I had a couple pints, for a matter of fact. So we still celebrated here. My ancestors, I don't know how many generations back, are from Ireland. So I'm of Irish descent, but obviously an American. Good to hear you, Ray. Same name, fantastic. Everything's well here. Trying to stay safe and indoors. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger, Ray. I think you said your family came from Cork or West Cork.
That's
I think
right.
last time I spoke to you. Great to hear you again, Ray. Hope you're keeping well. We're on lockdown here, much the same as yourselves. We can't venture out, but the family at this 4 here in this family, I've got 2 kids and my wife, and we're still safe. We're managing. We just have to stick with this. So I think it'll be another several weeks at least, if not a bit longer, Ray. And I hope that you guys stay safe. 73s, thanks for the contact. W2RE, Echo India 3, Golf Delta.
Yeah, okay, very good, Ray. Yep, and best wishes to my friends and everybody in Ireland. I wish you the very best, and we'll We'll get through this. I just hope it's not prolonged for a very long period of time. I tell you, this time of the year, I mean, I know you people over there in Europe don't follow baseball, but I'm a big baseball fanatic, and without me watching the ball games, this time of the year is kind of depressing. But we all have one thing in common. We all have the radio to keep us busy. So 73, Ray, take care. Echo into you 3, Golf Delta, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Bye-bye.
Yeah, very good, Ray.
Ocean Radio 4, United.
Lima Bravo 7, November Hotel.
All right, Ray, 73, take care.
73, thanks for calling in. Oscar Radio 4, United, 20 over.
Thank you, Ray.
Lima Bravo 7, November Hotel.
All is well at your end, over.
Yeah, I had a couple people stopping you. Ocean Radio 4 United, what is your name, over?
Okay, I'm sorry, Ray. Gene is the name, over.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gene. Yeah, you're 10 to 20 over here this morning in Maine. I'm running 5 over 5 over 5, and obviously operating remote. Go ahead.
Okay, very, very fine, Ray. Yeah, we did talk a zillion times, so no problem. You're sounding like a million, over.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gene. Why when I put you in QRZ, it doesn't show up in QRZ? Go ahead.
I'm not sure. Ocean Radio 4 uniform, yeah. I see we did talk in my log 2006 and today and in between a lot of times, over.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gene. I put it in a second time. It worked. Very good. I see you there with the hex beam. Yeah, you're sounding great. Very nice audio, very strong. How's things over there in your part of the neck of the world? Are you have a lot of you get mandatory staying indoors? Go ahead.
They asked if we would like to stay indoors. We do that, and we can take a walk, but not too far and not too long. But, yeah, we can go to grocery and things like that, but otherwise everything is closed, Ray, over.
Yeah, okay. Well, best wishes to you and the people of Belgium. Thanks for calling in, 73. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, Ray. Have a great one.
QRX, one moment. This is Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Bravo, Japan.
Wow. The whole world is affected by this, as you notice. Being able to get on the radio and communicating with people around the world and finding out the status and then getting their personal stories. You're not going to see that on CNN. So this is pretty amazing that we're able to do this and bring it to you live. Good morning, Glenn, out of, I assume you're in California. Alessandro, good to see the curve is going downward in Italy. That's fantastic. That's because you're taking drastic measures. Everybody's staying indoors. That's what we got to do here in the U.S. I think it's got to be mandatory. You know, it's recommended, but I think at this point, if we're going to get through this with as minimum deaths as possible, we all got to be in a mandatory lockdown. Oh, you're in Arizona? Good place probably to be out in the desert. I don't know if could this virus actually live in Arizona? I mean, the weather is so warm there. I understand that the flu is not prevalent in warm temperatures. Maybe you can comment on that, Glenn. Well, anyway, I'm going to shut it down here. But before I do, I want to mention and thank everybody for being in here. And I'm going to do another episode later on today. I just want to keep everybody informed, our status here and statuses of people around the world. And I'm just bringing amateur radio to the masses here. I live stream to multiple platforms. The three biggest one is Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. I'm looking at the statistics here, 3,200 people, 3,200 people checked in this morning. That's fantastic. And after the show's over, I see it gets replayed in multiple locations. So a show like this could reach 10,000, which is good. People are, interested in ham radio. And, a lot of the people that watch the show are not ham radio operators. That's the misconception that some people in the contest community don't understand. They think when I get on here, everybody's a contester. And that's why they don't want live streaming going on. The furthest from the truth. And a lot of YLs watch the show. I get a lot of messages from YLs, just like Tracy in here, but she's a ham. You say stay safe, Tracy. Thanks for checking in today. And Johanna, Yankee Bravo 8, November Lima Fox. Good to see you in here. 73 and 88 to you too, Johanna. So, we got a lot of people that check in. Not everybody's a ham. A lot of people email me, say, hey, I've been watching the show. I'm going to get my license. It's all positive things here. Even in the worst possible times, we can make positives. We can make positive things happen in the worst possible times. Live streaming is a very positive thing while everybody's home on the internet. Keep that in mind. Everybody's home on the internet. It's a positive thing to bring ham radio to the masses. Me personally, I thought it was a huge lost opportunity for us not being able to live stream the WPX contest. It would have been a great opportunity to bring ham radio to the masses. But we didn't do it because we couldn't get an answer. So we can do this on a daily basis, doing it this way without, worrying about showing our frequency or saying maybe the wrong thing. So here, I'm always going to show the frequency, and I'm always going to talk about ham radio. And I don't have to worry about slipping up and saying I'm on the bottom of the band. Don't have to worry about that. So my frequency is shown here, 14,163. And it will always be shown on my daily broadcast where I'm transmitting from. The one thing I will never do is advertise on the air. I never do that. We'll never advertise on the air. I have multiple companies. I have a tower company. I have the remote ham radio company. I have an antenna company. I will never mention those names on the air other than when somebody asks me what kind of antenna I'm running, I'll tell them I'm running a GXP antenna. But I'll never mention that I'm the U.S. distributor for GXP antennas. And then remote ham radio, you'll never see me mention that on the air. Somebody may ask me about the remote technology, and I'll respond to them and say, yeah, this is, the technology we're using, but I never tell them it's a commercial enterprise. So those are a few things that I will never do on the air that seem to be misconceptions out there that I'm advertising. I'm not advertising anything. I advertise nothing. I get on the air, I have a good time, I work people, I ask them their status while we're in this virus situation here. And we just have fun. It's what we do here every day. And I'm glad everybody checks in. I'm glad the show is growing. I'm glad we've had over 3 million video views from the beginning of the year. I'm glad all these things are happening. I'm glad people are interested in ham radio. So it's all positive in a bad time. All positive in a bad time. So please check back again. Appreciate everybody being in here. And any comments, you can always email me, text me. I get an awful lot of emails and texts. I try to answer every one of them. Sometimes I don't answer them the same day, but we try our best. Glenn, appreciate the kind words. Miguel, Stefan, Phil, Tracy, everybody that's in here. Again, I can't thank you enough. If you're not in here talking to me, I'm not going to do the show. As long as I know I have an audience, I'll keep on doing it. Once my audience goes away, I'm done. I'll go away, and I'll go do other things. But as long as people are watching, and trust me, I make no money off of this. I'm not making money streaming. Another misconception. I do this for fun. I enjoy showing people how ham radio is on HF. You're not going to see me with a HT on 2 meters. That's not what I do. You want to see somebody with an HT on 2 meters? I'm sure somebody's doing that live streaming. You could probably go find it. And then you've seen in the beginning of the show, YL Raisa from Finland checked in. She has this great YouTube channel. I think I pulled it up here before. Let me see if I could pull up Raisa. So let me show you. My internet seemed to be a little slow here. Let me try that again. Here we go. Boy, that was slow. So we got, if you want to see another live stream show of somebody operating HF, check out YL Razor. She's a lot better looking than me. And she'd probably keep you a lot more entertained. So do a Google search, YL Razor, or go to YouTube, YL Razor, and check out her page. She's doing some pretty cool stuff there in Finland. And there's a lot of others doing live streams. I'm not the only one live streaming HF. The only difference between me and what the other people are doing live streaming is I have a station that can create a pile up pretty quick. But YL Razor does a really nice job with her YouTube channel. Very popular out of Finland. Maybe someday we'll team up together and do a show. So that's pretty much it from the studio here today. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody checking in. Been great. And we'll be back later on today. Maybe this afternoon we'll try to split the antennas, work Europe and the U.S. at the same time. That would be cool. Maybe 15 meters will open up. We got the sunspot cycle up to 13, so maybe 15 will open up. We'll try different things here. Anyway, 7-3, take care from the RHR studio here in New York. This is Ray W2RE.